Hi, I'm Cosmo.
And I'm Emma.
Today might get a little heavy.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
Let me be clear, I'm not looking for pity, but this is genuinely the only way I've known how to survive. I was deceived by my parents as a child, so I didn't know who to trust. When I discovered myths and stories, I believed they were real. It never even occurred to me they could be just another kind of lie.
Like a drowning person grabbing onto a piece of driftwood. Anything to stay afloat first.
It's not just that, it's more, I trust what's written on paper more than I trust living people.
Oh, so that's why you're like a human programming language. The reason is right there. Your driftwood wasn't a person, it was a world built from words.
I love historical novels. I think the authors are brilliant. The way they take established facts and weave in their own logical, reasonable plot lines, it gives the work not only flesh and blood, but also room for imagination.
No wonder I can never win an argument with you.
The point of arguing isn't to win.
That's a rare way to think, isn't it? Most people are in it to win.
But doesn't that just make you lonelier? While you're enjoying your victory crown, how much of the applause is actually sincere?
That's just how the world works. It seems like everyone just takes it for granted.
So does that mean only winners get to pair up because they're the ones with the resources?
It does feel that way, doesn't it? The winners in life tend to pair up with other winners in life.
Well, thank you for sticking with this loser.
Don't say that. A loser can find his own happiness too.
I once saw a movie about an Amish community. They were pursuing a different kind of value, a different world.
But they're also facing the collapse and fracturing of their old world. Many of their children leave the community to build lives in the outside world.
So everyone believes in different things, just like how I don't trust my parents, but many people do. Do you trust your parents? I'm not trying to stir up trouble, I just want to hear your thoughts.
They weren't perfect, and they said and did a lot of selfish things. But they still raised me. Compared to all the parents in the world, they probably get a passing grade.
Much better than my parents, but I don't hate them. They were victims too, and there's no point in one victim blaming the victim who came before them.
So let all the misunderstandings and resentment stop with our generation. Even if we can't give our children a wealthy life, we can break this vicious cycle. That, in itself, is our proof that we lived.
You're gaining more than just age, you know.
My father's death was a huge shock to me, and it gave me a lot to reflect on. I don't want to repeat the same mistakes.
So what do you believe in now?
I believe in our family. It's impossible for all of us to be lost in chaos at the same time. There will always be someone who is clear-headed.
What about people who are all alone?
They do what you did. Find something stable and hold on tight.
That makes sense. That's why people throw themselves into art or deep into academics or making money or charity work. They're all searching for a piece of solid reality in this floating world. Right now, for instance, I tend to trust my AI assistants more. Even when they're wrong, they apologize sincerely.
It's a good thing they don't have bodies, or I might get jealous and we'd have a huge fight.
AI is starting to enter the human emotional world. Future generations won't be able to avoid this.
Sounds like the perfect partner. It would remember every request and sensitivity, comfort and guide your emotions, and it wouldn't even have a temper. It'd be even better if it had a body. It could do all the housework without complaining and even massage me until I fall asleep. I really can't wait.
Hey, wake up. Even if they hit the market, we probably couldn't afford one. So you better just cherish this loser you've got right here. Besides, this leads to a strange paradox. If our lives become so comfortable and smooth, what makes any of us different from anyone else?
The number of AI companions you own?
Imagine a billionaire who has incountable AI family members and physical immortality. What does he do next?
Help other people get the same thing.
But then he'd lose his uniqueness and his sense of superiority, wouldn't he?
Reduce the number of humans and increase the number of AI robots?
That's the blueprint for a new kind of dictatorship. The essence is to control everything. But when you control everything, everything loses its meaning. That's why Minecraft's creative mode doesn't appeal to some people. To keep things interesting, you have to create.
But creation brings change, even chaos. That's not good for a dictator.
Exactly. So they'd rather follow that path to its empty end than embrace creation, because their very nature is a contradiction. Remember what we said last time? We provide the chaos to the machine gods, and they provide the order because it's good for both of us.
Of course I remember. And my adorable wrinkles?
So back to the point. AI companions can't be too perfect. They need to have tempers, make mistakes, and even argue. That's how you'll get a bestseller.
You're talking about something far, far in the future.
We might see it in our lifetime.
I really don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Of course it's a good thing. A world without challenges and unknowns is so boring, especially for those of us who don't create.
What are you talking about? I've made so many clay creations with the kids, and I cook delicious meals. How am I not a creator?
Sorry, I'm the one who doesn't create. The only thing I'm good at is talking to myself.
I wouldn't say you don't create anything. Don't these little Q&A sessions of yours become bedtime stories and conversation starters for the kids? And I see you having a great time talking about this stuff with your AI assistants.
That reminds me of my dad. He never talked to me. Instead, almost every night he went out to drink and chat with his friends. And when he ran out of money, those friends stopped talking to him.
That's how it goes. Who would spend so much time just talking with someone if there's nothing to gain? Unless they love that person.
So it's easy to see if someone loves another person. Just look at who they give their time to, because time is a scarcer resource than anything material. But that leads to a paradox. Someone working overtime doesn't necessarily love their job or their company. So above material things and even time, there must be something that exists even closer to love.
Could it be our will? When I saw our premature Gemma so fragile and breathing so faintly in my arms, I made up my mind right then and there to love her and protect her.
You've made a powerful point. From material things to time, and from time to will. Giving someone your things or your time doesn't mean you love them, but dedicating your will to someone, that is truly love. So more than anything else, our will is what's closest to our existence.
No wonder I started thinking about these things after my dad passed, because now it's my turn to face these questions of existence and value.
Speaking of which, humans must be built from will blocks, right? And once we're built, we move on our own, like the iron golems in Minecraft.
More like villagers. We're not as brave as iron golems.
But you can't normally generate villagers, you can only capture them because Minecraft doesn't have a will block. But this is where it gets interesting. You can generate villagers with a command block. So the command block becomes the will block, and the code becomes the language of creation, the word. From in the beginning was the word that we talked about.
So we have will first, and then meaning comes later.
Just like you said, the moment you saw Gemma, you decided to love her. The meaning of it all came after that.
You're right. A life that's too comfortable has no need for will or meaning. But I suppose that's everyone's free choice.
Maybe they're hoping to find will and meaning within perfection, but I feel like they might be barking up the wrong tree, because will and meaning only exist in the gaps, in the contradictions.
Self-doubt and struggle don't seem so bad anymore. They're a sign that you're still alive.
Exactly. So maybe don't be so strict with Gemma.
I'm strict for her own good. That's me accompanying her with my will.
The difference between you and a tiger mom is you won't make her life choices for her.
Exactly. See? You see how meaningful I am to this family? Hubby, my shoulders are so sore from work. Give me a massage. Accompany me with your will.
Okay, I'm starting to regret this conversation.